Let's build some additional skills in mapping and spatial analysis, and also look at a fascinating data set, in this case bathymetry, in this case the Great Lakes of the USA and Canada. As I look at the data, remember, in every single data set you have the ability to investigate. For example, you can turn on pop-ups, and as you click on features you'll see information. In this case we've got depth in feet and in meters for the 5 Great Lakes. Fascinating. Let's go ahead and search for Chicago. Let's look at different cities on the Great Lakes and look at the bathymetry. How deep are the harbors? We can look at Thunder Bay, Ontario. Notice in the case of Thunder Bay there is a steep drop-off into the deep part of Lake Superior. So it's a lot deeper there than just offshore of Chicago. Cleveland, a lot shallower than Chicago, so we're looking at spatial patterns on the landscape, and in this case, underneath lakes. We're opening the data table. We've got a lot of bathymetry contour lines at our fingertips, 119,000-ish of those. I'm going to go to filter. Oftentimes, filtering is a good way of focusing on something you really want to find out more about. In this case, let's filter the data on all of the depths that are 100 meters or more. Notice that Lake Erie completely evaporates from the filtered data set. In other words, it's shallow. And there are sections of Lake Michigan that are in the middle of the lake that are over 100 meters, but look at Lake Superior. Almost the whole thing is more than 100 meters, and indeed Lake Superior is the deepest lake of the Great Lakes and one of the deepest freshwater lakes in the entire world. So let's go ahead and add a location of a famous shipwreck and add it to a sketch. And is that shipwreck in water that's more than 100 meters? So that's what we're investigating in this particular hands-on activity. Let's measure the distance between that shipwreck and the shore. The Edmund Fitzgerald actually sank, sadly, very close to shore, as you can see here, 24, 25 kilometers or so. Let's look at a web mapping application in 3D of famous shipwrecks in Lake Superior. Notice the symbology used, and the 3D effect really gives you a sense of the grim details of these shipwrecks. Thanks, and keep on mapping.